Here now, in the most relevant and necessary time and place. So as you're feeling yourself now in this time and this place, I want you to tell me the very first things or the very first impressions that you have as you begin to understand where you are and what is happening around you.
I'm in Greece, and I can feel you speaking to me telepathically. It's like I know that you're my mother, but I don't ever see you in the physical, and I feel alone and abandoned. And it's not enough to speak to you just in my mind.
Can you tell me more about the communication that you're having now? What do you hear? What am I saying to you?
That I'm not alone, but I am. That you can't be with me.
Do you understand why? Do you know why?
I feel that I can't understand because, like, I'm a child. I don't understand.
How old do you feel you are now?
I feel that I'm 8.
Very good. Would you like to have a look at your body and describe me? How does it look like? Let's start from your feet. How do your feet look like? Look down at your feet. What do you see?
It's interesting. I actually feel like I'm in a human body, but I feel like I'm a feline. And I know that doesn't make sense, but it's like I can feel that I'm different from everyone else that's around me. But I don't know that I look obviously different.
So as you're looking at yourself now, is your body human looking?
It is, but there's something different about, I can feel that my ears are different.
Let's have a look at your ears. Zoom in your ears and describe them for me.
They look like cat ears on the top of my head.
How about your face?
I feel furry, like more hair on my face than...
How do your eyes look like?
They're really light brown.
Is there anything unusual in the shape or the size of your eyes compared to the other people, the humans?
Yes, they don't have the same eyes as me.
And how does your body look like?
It's very slender, with long arms and long legs.
Do you also have fur on your body?
It doesn't feel like it's too much, but yes.
What color is your body?
I feel like a golden fur layer.
Beautiful. Are you wearing any clothes?
Yeah, it feels like some type of dress that all the girls wear.
All the girls? What type of dress?
It's very plain.
What color is it?
It feels blue, like a royal blue.
Is it long or short?
Below, like my knees, but not too long.
And tell me about these other girls. Are they there now with you?
I feel like I'm alone and I can see them in the distance. Like
Hmm.
I feel very much like an outcast.
Why do you feel like this? Are these girls different than you?
They don't look like me.
How do they look like?
I don't see them so up close, but different hair colors, different eyes.
So your face and your head looks more feline,
Mm-hmm.
and you say you feel a bit like an outcast. Can you talk to me about it?
It's like I'm bragging, like anyway, I'm going to train or something. Like I'm gonna be, I'm almost like telling somebody, like, oh, like I'm special. I'm going to be doing something. Like I'm not going to be here long and I'm going to do something like.
So you feel like you have a purpose, a mission.
Well, it's kind of like I'm like bragging to them, but even though I feel really lonely and afraid.
So how do you spend your time? What do you do the majority of your time as this little girl? See yourself doing it.
I feel like school is like training. So there's a lot to study.
Are you happy with what you're being taught in this school?
This is kind of the only thing that I enjoy about being here.
And I'm curious, what do they teach you in this school?
Oh, astronomy.
Anything else?
I just see symbols.
And would you like to talk to me about how do your classmates treat you? Do they feel and see that you are different from them?
I think they're a little bit afraid of me.
Are they? Tell me about it.
Because I feel like they are staying away from me. They don't talk about me to my face. They avoid me.
What do you think they are afraid of you?
Why are they afraid of me?
Yeah.
I think they just don't know.
What do you mean? They don't know what?
Like I just look different.
Are you the only one that looks that way?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me about your family? Where is your father?
I don't get to see him.
That's okay. Let us close that scene, and I want you to move to where it is you that live in this life. We are now moving and visiting the place where you live in this life, your house, your home, and you are there now.
There are women here. There's a lot of women that live here.
Okay.
It's not just a small place.
It's a big place.
Yes.
How does it look like? Are you inside now or outside?
It's like it's inside, but there's not a lot of privacy.
Because there are many people?
Yes.
Have a look around and describe me, how does this place look like? This room where you are now.
There's one big open space. There's lots of people, women, doing different things. It's like a school. It's like a training. I don't understand.
That's okay. You're doing very, very well. We're gonna find out everything we need. So, I'm curious about this place that you are now. How does the building actually look like?
It's like a dome. circular.
Mm-hmm.
Circular.
What are the walls made of?
A stone.
A stone. What color is it?
Maybe off-white or really light gray.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And the floor?
Oh, I sense like marble.
Mm.
Like I sense marble.
Do you see any kind of furniture or objects in that room? Anything that stands out?
No, not really.
Mm.
There's a library. I like the library.
You like the library?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I spend a lot of time there.
You do? You like books?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. What type of books do you prefer?
I see physics. Very complicated.
I want you to take one of these books in your hand, open it, and I want you to tell me, how does the lettering in this book look like?
There's symbols like, looks like light language.
I would like to ask you to take a picture of that in your mind for you to remember. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. So you say you spend a lot of time in this library?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And all these women that are there in this building, do they live there or they're just visiting now? Or they
Some live, some come.
Okay.
There are quarters. There's quarters where they sleep.
I see. And where do you sleep?
In the quarters. There's somebody that looks after me.
Who is this person?
So doing the care. It's her school. It's her school. It's her school. But it's not the same school that I go to. I lived there.
So it's a female?
Mm-hmm.
How does it look like?
Doshata. It's hair. It's hair.
Hera?
Yes.
Can you spell it for me, please?
Hera.
Okay, very good. How do you feel about Hera?
I look up to her.
Do you feel good in her presence?
Yes.
Okay. So she takes care of you?
Yes, I'm a little bit afraid of her.
Mm-hmm. Why?
She's very powerful.
Mm-hmm. How do you know that?
I can feel her, and I see how the women respect her.
I see. And how does she treat you?
Very, very good.
I want you to ask Hera if she knows where your parents are. Can you ask her this question for me, please?
Yes.
Okay. What does she say?
She tells me there's something very special that I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
To learn to be protected by her. She's like family to me too. She's family.
Beautiful. What is it that you are supposed to do? Can you ask her?
I think it has something to do, like I can feel the energy of Zeus. And I feel this lightning bolt in the center of my head and my eyebrow, between my eyebrows. And I feel like this is related to this pain that I'm feeling.
So you said you feel the presence of Zeus?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any images?
Yeah, I see like white hair and really long beard and long hair.
Mm-hmm. And you get the feeling that this is Zeus?
I don't know if this is my mind.
I want you to connect to that energy that you're now sensing, and I want you to tell me if it feels benevolent or not.
I don't like it.
You don't like it. Okay. So
somebody's looking for me.
someone is looking for you? Mm-hmm. Who?
I'm being hidden.
Mm-hmm. Where are you hiding?
In the school. I'm hiding there. I don't understand. I don't know what to
It's okay. Just keep describing what you will see and we will find out. Don't worry. Just stay in the present moment describing what you're being shown. That's all you have to do.
I can feel them hurting you.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Something's happening to you and I can feel it.
Did someone told you anything or you just
No, I just can feel it.
Okay. Am I able to communicate to you?
It's like I can feel you, but you're not talking to me.
Because we are so connected, right? Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna see you again.
So what happens?
I'm telling her.
And what does he say?
That she's gonna be okay. That I'm gonna be okay.
How are you connected to this? Can you perhaps find out who is looking for you and why?
I feel like they looked in through her to see me.
Who?
I don't know.
Okay, and do you know why they're looking for you?
I want to say that I'm carrying something.
Okay. So what happens to me? Do you get any further communication from my side or any information about what happened? Let's move time a little bit forward where you have access to this information.
I feel like I don't feel you now. Like it's been severed.
The communication? Okay. So I don't exist anymore?
I'm not able to talk to you or feel you.
You mean telepathically?
Yes.
You're not able to talk to me. Do you know what happened to me? Do you have any idea what has happened to me?
No, Harris says the time will come soon. And I'll understand.
Okay. So let's move forward to that time. Let's close that scene and let's move forward to that time where you are understanding what has occurred.
I feel second.
Is there? You? Okay. And what happened? Is it talking to you? Is it telling you something?
I think she's saying that I'm going to go with her. And that you're not here anymore. You're not on this planet.
How old are you now, if you were to guess?
The number 13 is coming to me.
Very good. And can you ask Sekhmet if there's anything else that you need to know at this point?
No, it will be dangerous if I know.
Mm-hmm. So you're still in Greece right now?
She's gonna take me.
Where is she gonna take you?
It's weird. I was gonna say Egypt, but then I want to say Sudan.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like it's a different place than what we know of Egypt now.
Mm-hmm.
There are big temples there. There are temples there in Sudan. We're now something like this.
Okay.
There's some other part. There's a mystery school here that we don't talk about now. That's in Sudan now, today.
So that's where she takes you?
Yes.
Okay, so let's move forward to where you are there, and let's move to the most important day. And now you are there.
Well, Sekhmet is putting something on my neck because I'm graduating. I'm in Nishposhon.
Can you please describe me what is it that she places on your neck?
It feels like a sundial.
What material is it?
It feels like gold.
Beautiful. So she places it around your neck.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
Very powerful.
Mm-hmm. How old are you now?
The first number that came was 21.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the same number came in my mind as well. So, can you tell me a little bit about the significance of this sundial that she is offering you?
It opens portals.
And you are going to work with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's move time forward where it is you using it. And I want you to tell me, what do you see?
I feel that I'm welcoming beings in through these portals.
Can you describe?
They aren't from here.
Okay, what type of beings?
Oh, they look really strange. Oh, they look like... Oh my God. I'm afraid of them. But they don't feel bad. I just am afraid because I've never seen anything that looks like them.
How do they look like?
I think one, it looks like a mantis.
Mm.
They feel very like grasshoppery, like insecty. Big eyes.
And you said they come through a portal?
Mm-hmm.
What is your role in this event?
I'm like an ambassador.
Tell me about it.
Welcome them to see what we're doing here.
They want to see what is happening on Earth?
Mm-hmm.
What for?
It's almost like they are in charge, but like we're doing some work here.
Mm-hmm.
And they come to see what we're doing.
When you say they come to see what we are doing, who do you mean exactly? You mean a specific person, a group, or the whole planet?
It feels like a group of us that are here. They come to see the group of us.
Could you talk to me a little bit about your relationship to these beings?
I feel very cordial.
What does it mean?
Like I feel professional. Like I have to be, like they don't feel like my friends. They feel like my, like superiors or something.
And do they stay long?
No, I escort them and they go back through the portal.
So, are you connected to this opening of the portal in some way?
Yes.
Could you describe me how that works? What are you doing?
I use coordinates that I learned in astronomy studies. And I set the coordinates and open the portal.
Is it just mechanical, or are you also using some type of energy work to do that?
I feel like the thing that I wear sets up some type of frequency, and then I use my hand. Once the coordinates and it opens.
Okay, very good. You do this by yourself, or you have assistance from other people?
No, this is like a special job for me.
I see. And when Sekhmet was saying that you have something important to do, and Hera also, is that what they meant, or is there more?
No, I think it is related to my DNA. It's like holding, like carrying, it's in my DNA, genetics.
What about your genetics? How do they assist in your mission?
It's like it's just bridging together something.
It's bridging together something. What is it bridging?
I just hear like star genetics.
I see. So you carry extraterrestrial genetic codes?
Yes.
I see.
Oh, I get lots of energy from that.
Are you also receiving some more information?
No, it feels like something's awakening in me.
Do you have any body sensations? Would you like to describe me how they feel like?
This felt like a lot of energy came into my body when I said that. Like something was being awakened or activated.
Okay. Amazing. Do you feel that this activation is complete?
Yes, now.
Very good. So I would like to allow for your subconscious mind to surface if there are any more things, memories, or information from that life that we are viewing that you need to remember today. So they may surface now as pictures or...
I don't think so.
Okay, that's good. So let us move to the last day of your life in this lifetime. I want you to go to the last day within that body.
You're here.
To
welcome me back.
What do you say?
I see you again. Bring me back home.
What do you see?
Like a tunnel.
And I'm escorting you? And tell me what happens when the movement stops and you arrive in your destination.
I feel like my body is becoming like particles of like dark matter. Like I'm particleizing. Departicleizing.
And you can feel my presence? How does it feel?
Like I'm happy to see.
Is there any communication between us? Or anything you want to share?
Like I feel we were successful. It worked.
It worked?
Yeah, whatever we did.
What was it that we succeeded in?
Like I feel like we planted seeds. We continued your work.
Is there anything more you would like to share from what is happening now?
Yes, there's a whole bunch of us now.
A reunion? Tell me about it.
There's lots of lion beings.
Lion beings?
Yes.
Wow.
A lot.
Wow. I get goosebumps. So it's like a family reunion?
It feels like bigger than family.
I wonder if there's anyone there who is part of your of your team, of your guides?
There's a male lion. He's very strong, big. Dashunkan no Wado. I think he's white. He's white.
And what is your connection with him?
He feels like my father.
Are you happy to reconnect with him now?
Yes.
Is he saying anything as he is welcoming you there in that space?
No, I just feel like happy to see him, like a reunion. He's proud of me.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to allow him to introduce himself?
I just saw a name, Ikaros.
Beautiful. So I wonder if he would be the right being to connect and ask a few questions about Robin. Would you like to ask him this question and see what he says? If he would be willing to answer some of your questions, or maybe he would like to escort us to your guides or to your higher self. What does he say?
I think he's gonna answer.
Okay, wonderful. Would you like to allow him to speak through you?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, hello Icarus, it is an honor to connect with you today.
It is my honor.
I feel like I know you.
Of course.
Yeah. So I want to thank you once again for being willing to assist today.
Thank you for all that you have done.
I would like to start by asking you a few questions based on what Robin just experienced, what he saw. So I'm just not sure what to ask. What was the purpose of that life? Maybe we can start from that.
To continue what we set out to do, to bring forth the genetic coding into the lands and peoples of Greece.
So Robin was a big part of this operation.
Yes. There is not an understanding of how the DNA interacts with the elements, and therefore the elements interact with the human population.
Would you like to talk to us a little bit more about it? It sounds fascinating to me. I would love to know a little bit more, if it's appropriate for this session today.
You could say that DNA speaks to, downloads coding to the elemental realms, which in turn impact the population through the interplay of the elements, meaning the waters that are consumed, the foods that grow in the soil, through the microbes, even the very air that is breathed, are all intertwined with the coding from the elemental realms, which her DNA was impacting by being a part of that land, being on those lands.
You mean Greece at that time?
Yes.
And what was the purpose of that?
To carry on the genetic sequence and codes into the Greek civilization that were next to carry the lineage of the codes of light.
You mean after the golden age of Egypt?
Yes.
And how does all this correlate with the extraterrestrial genetics?
You are seeing this as separate.
I'm not sure if I understood you correctly.
The genetics are all intertwined.
Okay, thank you so much. I would like to ask you about that life, focusing on Robin now. If there is anything that Robin needs to know about that life, if there is anything that needs healing from that life, if she carries any kind of entanglement from that experience.
Yes, of course, she's aware of the abandonment, the severance of her mother and father from herself, the pain of not being able to see or hear or connect with her mother, and of never truly feeling loved by her father.
So was her father present at all physically in that life?
Not in a physical manner at all.
So the same like her mother?
That is correct.
And why did Robin choose to have this experience?
She agreed to carry these codes. When the soul makes this choice, it's not considering the impact of the experience from a human perspective. It's much more about the mission of the soul and the evolution of humanity upon the planet.
I see, I understand. So I would like to ask you if today we can assist Robin in bringing into balance anything that does not longer serve her. I want you to, if you can scan her physical, emotional, mental, and light body, and let us know if there's anything that you could bring into balance today.
Yes. The emotional and mental bodies need a bit of realignment.
Wonderful. Would you like to go ahead and do that for her? Is she ready for this?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I will stay quiet and just let me know when you are done.
There are geometries moving throughout these bodies to restore balance and harmony.
Beautiful. So are you doing it now?
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay. It's complete.
Wonderful. Thank you. Is there anything you would like to share with Robin at this time regarding this life? Anything at all? Anything you would like her to know?
There are many similarities in this lifetime in terms of working and interfacing and impacting the elements. She has not started yet to work in this manner, but will do so very soon.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Yes, indeed, she has just begun to wake up to this part of her mission, I would say. Somehow, perhaps something like this is true for me.
Yes.
Is this knowledge going to come to her?
It is within her and within you.
Okay, so is surfacing now.
Yes.
I wonder why now.
Time is now.
And before I ask some of her personal questions, I would like to ask you if you could answer to this question, if you could give us your perspective on why we decided to meet again in this life, to find each other again.
There is much happening in the DNA, awakening and exchange between the two of you, helping one another to remember these codes of light corresponding to your individual abilities and mission. A mutual awakening of the soul as a result of your meeting.
That's beautiful. Thank you. I want to ask one more question, because as she was going through the life, her conscious mind was creating doubts. And I would like to ask you, if there's anything you would like to say to her conscious mind now, to answer to the doubts that she had and she might have after this session.
Haven't you dealt it enough? And conversely, haven't you witnessed enough to know what is truth?
I love this answer. Thank you so much. And one more question before I dive into the questions that she gave me. At some point during the journey of that life, she had an encounter with Zeus, which felt uncomfortable to her. Could you give us some light on that? What happened and why?
She experienced two different energies. The first energy that she felt between her eyes is a, if you will, benevolent implant from her father that resides between the eyes. This is connected to an ability that is just beginning to blossom. The pain that she experienced was a result of the witnessing or feeling of her mother being murdered. And consequently, it's as if someone, some beings or forces were utilizing her mother's soul or consciousness to peer into her own essence, which is the pain that she experienced. These were two separate experiences, not to be confused as one.
Thank you. I want to ask about the first part of the incident of the implant that you said that she has between her eyebrows. Is there anything more she needs to know about it? Is there anything you would like to say to her on how to work with it, or any kind of advice?
Placing a crystal here will assist with opening, furthering this ability more.
Any kind of crystal?
The quartz would be preferable.
Okay. Okay, great. Is she? Can you check on her physical body and let me know how she's doing?
More movement. Too much stagnation.
Okay. So she needs to move more exercise.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any guidance around a source of income and creating abundance?
Just to follow the heart and do not be afraid to share your light. There is no one after you, looking for you, or attempting to harm you.
So regarding her next steps, is there anything you would like to advise her?
To believe in herself and what she desires to experience. Although some of her work here is to bring those codes and work with the elements in different parts of the world.
So that's why she's traveling and moving around so much?
Yes.
And this will continue?
Yes.
What do you see as her next destination after Florida? Are there any destinations that are coming up as more resonant for her mission?
She must let the elements guide her, for they will begin to speak to her in a new way, allowing for very clear guidance.
This is so exciting, so beautiful. Okay. I wonder if there are any remnants of negative belief systems that hold her back from financial abundance. Can you scan her mind?
Yes.
Do you see any self-sabotaging pattern there?
This is actually a deep-seated fear from your death.
Wow.
In this lifetime.
Can you explain why? Can you explain the dynamic of this?
Yes. If she becomes successful, known, and and she will be targeted.
Okay, that makes total sense. But this is something that belongs to the past, doesn't it?
Yes, of course, but it makes an imprint. She's releasing now.
Mm-hmm. Can we help her now to completely release this imprint from her mental body?
Yes.
She is safe in this life, and it is okay for her to shine her light as bright as she wants to.
Yes. Released.
Thank you. So what impact will that have for her in her life from now on? This release, this imprint that we just released.
To receive information. This disconnection with her mother, this telepathic disconnection, is also impacting her connection, her telepathic connection with her wisdom guides. Now, imagine feeling so connected, feeling this presence, and then having that severed and feeling the pain.
Is the energy transmission complete?
Now, complete.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I think she's really going to appreciate it. And I feel as this was very important for her.
Yes.
Can I move on to another subject?
Yes.
So what is there to unfold regarding the Hyades, Passat's benevolent Anunnaki for her?
Her reunion with me will assist her in understanding this aspect. Nothing to do now.
So would you recommend that she keeps communicating with you in the future?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So she will know what she needs to know when the time's right for all of this.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And our last question for today is regarding channeling one of her collectives or aspects. Do you have anything you would like to say to her about that?
I will assist her with this integration so that she may begin to bring through this aspect of herself, which is Pashat.
Amazing. That's exciting. Okay, I have a personal question to you, Icarus. May I proceed?
Yes.
Are you connected, or are you the same entity with the Icarus that we know of from ancient Greece?
I believe that you know this answer.
My goosebumps say yes. Okay, wonderful. So I would like to ask you why did what do you think was the most important element of this session today? Was it the healing? Was it the initiation of your connection with her, or anything else?
The release of these blockages from her separation with you and the disconnection from you.
Beautiful, beautiful. So it was what we intended from the beginning.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Okay, so is there any question that you wish that she would have asked today, or I would have asked you today about her that we didn't ask? Anything you wish her to know now?
What is your connection to the founders, which is also your connection to the feline bodies that you found yourselves in? And this is for you to answer.
When you say for you, you mean for me or for both of us?
Both.
Okay. So you mean to ponder upon this in the future?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so is there any closing message?
Tremendous change is upon you now on this planet, and your remembrance and connection to who you are as a soul, as a multi-dimensional soul connected to many races with many abilities and experiences with this type of great undertaking will serve you well.
Exciting times.
Yes.
Thank you.
You are welcome.